get in, lads. The group stage of the Women's World Cup is officially done. We're moving on to the knockout rounds now. But first, we're going to give our review, reaction, I don't know. Any one of those works for the Women's World Cup group stage. We'll go group by group, A through, I think, F? A through H. A through H, my apologies. Group by group, and if you want to stick around and hear what we have to say about your team and the other team, make sure to do so. Make sure to like the video if you do indeed like it. Oh, someone's at Andres' door. That's rough.
My bad. Someone's in my garage.
Make sure to subscribe for more Women's World Cup stuff and blah, blah. All that kind of jazz. Comment anything you felt about the group stage or the knockout rounds moving forward. We would love to hear it. We've been getting a lot of really good comments recently and whatnot. So, especially from you, Aaron. We appreciate you, Aaron.
Shout out Aaron.
Comments on our stuff.
Aaron, RG.
For real. But let's start with Group A. I'm gonna name it off first. The order it finished in: first Switzerland, second Norway, third New Zealand, and fourth the Philippines. Highly unfortunate. Philippines are my team, but that's okay. I guess you could say New Zealand biggest shock because they are co-hosts.
I mean, they got knocked out of goal differential. That's heartbreaking, nonetheless. I mean, it's a pretty close group. Like, Switzerland finished with 5 points, Norway and New Zealand on 4, and then the Philippines with their surprise win at 3. Unfortunately, they couldn't pull it off in the end against Norway. Yeah. But I feel bad for New Zealand because they're the host country, one of the host countries out of Australia in them. And, you always want the host country, or you expect the host country to make it through, at least to the round of 16. Sorry, ambulance.
16. Yeah, 16. Yeah.
Sorry, right? Yeah, right.
I'm on the
it's not Leagues Cup. You're on the Leagues Cup time right now.
Holy smokes.
But yeah, I think it went straightforward to the extent. I think I probably at the beginning would have switched New Zealand and Norway, personally. Yeah. But I mean, I'm not too into these teams in the sense of I don't know which players bring. I know Switzerland because one of their players used to be a West Ham player, so I know of her. But yeah, I think it's unfortunate for New Zealand and. Having to have games there from now on too. That's gonna be a little tough to be a New Zealander. I think that's what they're called, right? I'm not too sure.
Kiwi, but
yeah. But overall, straightforward, close group. I mean, went down to the wire. Both games were important for both for all two teams. God damn, bro, the sirens.
Damn.
All right. But yeah,
having a howl right now.
That's my take on it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, pretty much. Like I said, I did a game reaction in the Philippines when they won against New Zealand. I was so excited, and I thought they were going to go through. I thought there was something there. Fortunately, no, they got battered 6-0.
You're going for that underdog story. It just wasn't meant to be.
Story.
There was some underdogs, though, surprisingly, in this tournament.
Yeah, the head coach of the Philippines stuck around, actually. He right after they got eliminated, he signed to be the manager of Perth Glory in the Australian A-League. Yeah,
nice. Like so the men's team, yeah?
I'm pretty sure the men's team, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
West Ham played them in a friendly.
So New Zealand, unfortunate to not go through, honestly. I think they probably deserve to go through over Norway. Or should have, I don't know about deserve, but should have went through. With expectation-wise, Switzerland, I mean, I think I thought they were going to do better. They didn't lose, but they had 2 draws and 1 win. I thought they would have done a little better, personally. But that's Group A.
As they always say, it doesn't matter as long as you get through, and then you can find your way.
Amen.
But on to Group B, eh?
We moved to Group B. Group B. No, we just did A.
I said Group B, no?
Oh, I think you said A. You said we moved to Group B.
A. Let's move on to Group B, A, because Canada's in this group.
Oh my goodness. Yep, there goes the Canadian population. We just lost the whole population right there.
I'm part Canadian. It's fine. You get it? But this was the surprise upset I was mentioning earlier. Nigeria going over Canada, who is ranked number 7th in the world in the women's game. Canada going out after did they lose to Nigeria or they tied? They tied, no?
I want to say they tied. Off the top of my head. They tied. They drew, yeah.
Yeah. And so that was a must-win game for them. They go out. I think they set a record for something, but not a good record, but I forgot what it was. But that's kind of tough for them. I feel bad for them. Australia, though, host nation, one of the host nations, goes through convincingly, I would say, to an extent. Yeah. I mean, they did well. They lost 1 game, though, against Ireland, of all people. Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. No, Nigeria, sorry. I looked at the wrong thing. Nigeria, 3-2. I mean, Nigeria looks solid, let's be honest here. They look good.
Yeah, they look
definitely
good.
A dark horse at this moment in time in the round of 16. So yeah, I think Nigeria could go past this round of 16 personally as a
Hmm.
dark horse because there's like I would say like 2 dark horses right now, and I can see at least one of them going through. But yeah, I feel like personally, Ireland got robbed like a few times because they got really unlucky. I mean, not
The
robbed in
whole
the
time we were
sense.
recording, every single time we're like, my girls over in Ireland. I don't know. I think they could go through. They could do something. My girls from
Yeah, and
Ireland.
then they finished on
Yeah.
1 point. I feel so bad for them because both the games they lost, they were doing so well, and it was just individual mistakes. But that is footy at the end of the day. But it was just they were beating who were they beating? I think they were beating Australia, and oh no, was it Canada? Yeah, they're beating Canada, and then they scored an own goal, and then Canada scored in the last 10 minutes, and then that was it. And then
Yeah.
against Australia, they hit the post like 3 times. I felt so bad. And then they gave away a penalty too. That's how Australia scored. They looked the better team. I feel bad for them, and there's a West Ham women's player on the Irish team, so I feel bad. But you know what? I think they can come back in the next 4 years and do something personally. But yeah, I feel bad for Ireland and Canada, mainly Ireland though. But Canada just didn't perform well enough in that last game.
Just didn't show up. And they're definitely one of the biggest names coming into the tournament to talk about because there's a lot going on with them. And I mean, Canadian football in general, there's been a lot going on. So all eyes are on Canada. For them to not go through, that's pretty rough. On a -3 goal difference, pretty rough.
Yeah, leaky back line there.
Yeah, it happens. But we move on to Group C. Expected. Group C
Japan
was
dominated.
expected.
I mean,
Japan is arguably historically top 3 women's World
Yeah.
Cup, women's team in the of all time. But they dominated Spain second as they should have been. This ended just how expected. I would have put Costa Rica over Zambia, but Zambia beat Germany. I forgot Zambia beat Germany right before the World Cup started. So
you know what? They deserve those 3 points. I mean, Costa
They
Rica,
came in
they're growing right now. So
Yeah.
just to be there, big accomplishment for them, and Zambia as well to get a win. Yeah, I mean it's expected. I would have put that too. I mean, Japan's
Yeah.
men's team won me some money in during the men's World Cup, so I would have put them up top. But yeah, I mean straightforward. I mean, I think the same can be said. Ooh, never mind. Take that back. I was about to say Group D could be the same, straightforward. But I feel like China. I feel like we would have put China up in like second. No,
Really?
China's usually solid. I thought
Decent. I don't know about
solid. I mean, I was probably going back for the past years,
right.
But
yeah, I personally would have put Denmark over, but I guess I would blame you if one did put China in second. I guess.
I mean, the Lionesses got the job done. 3 for 3,
Yeah.
3 wins out of 3. They coming off a Euros win. I feel like they're the favorites now moving forward, especially the way the United States have played. I feel like I personally have them as potentially winning it, just because of the form they're in. Yes, they struggled in the first game, but I feel like they picked it up and they found the groove. Yes, they did play Haiti in that last game, but they found their groove, I think. So I think they'll be able to gain some momentum and at least I think semifinal or final finish personally.
Okay, I like that. So England's your favorite. Interesting. I can't particularly say they're my favorite just yet, but they're up there. I mean, they're up there with Japan and maybe the Netherlands for me. Speaking of Netherlands, if it did stutter, that would have been such a great segue. Group E, which is the one we talked about in our most recent podcast episode about the U.S. women's team. So make sure to go watch that if you want to hear our opinion on the women's team for the U.S. of A. And we'll have that individually uploaded probably the day after this is uploaded or 2 days after. So if you want that as well, then make sure to go subscribe and turn notifications on so you can see when those are uploaded and you can go watch that. Netherlands finishing first, U.S. Luckily finishing second, Portugal finishing third, Vietnam finishing dead last without scoring a single goal, -12 goal difference. In fourth, we talked a lot about this already. Portugal probably deserved to go through. USA would have easily put number 1. I think 99% of people.
You know me, I would have chucked them third just because it's me.
Andres' ball knowledge is half biased. We know that.
It's half biased, but you know what? I don't care. But look, Yeah, I mean the Netherlands being first, I mean shocked a lot of people. And then Portugal, as you said, we talked about this in the U.S. video briefly. Portugal should have gone through, no doubt in my mind. They
Yeah.
should have gone through. They deserve better. But yeah, heartbreak for Portugal. Vietnam, valiant effort. I mean, they tried. They tried. Negative 12 goal differential.
They were there.
0 goals for. I mean, brutal, but game's a game. What can you say? Easy 3 points for everybody, really, when they faced Vietnam. But yeah, it's just so wrong to see the United States go through. But whatever. Maybe they'll be able to turn this tournament around after having a disappointing group stage and be able to make it to the final. But personally, against Sweden on Sunday, I think.
Sunday.
I don't think Sunday at 3 a.m. for us in California. It's going to be brutal, which I'm just not going to watch because it's too late, too early, too late.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's I think they could turn it around possibly, but I don't think so. I think Sweden's going to take this cake and easy.
Yeah.
They'll blow past the United States unless something
Yeah.
miraculous happens. Personally,
I mean, there's so much strife right now in the U.S. women's team, and Carly Lloyd, and everything. There's just so much going on.
Dogged on them.
She did. She did.
That was a Lexi Lawless move right there. Hang out
Oh,
with
God.
Lexi Lawless too much.
But yeah, she's so it's been interesting. Definitely, in my opinion, the team to keep an eye on moving forward. 'Cause like I said,
Okay.
they've been interesting. I don't know how it's going to turn out for them. I hope the best because I'm a USA fan first and foremost. But you never know. So keep an eye on them for sure. We move on to the next group, Group F. Last
Another
group here.
upset.
Another upset. This was a really big group here as well. France first, Jamaica second, which is huge. Brazil third, Panama fourth. Brazil third. What's her name? Marta, arguably the biggest footballer in all of women's football history. Wasn't able to score in a 6th consecutive World Cup. They didn't go through. Jamaica finished second, which is humongous. I mean, we're just Team Jamaica from now on. I mean, both
Honestly,
the World Cup, both
we
in the
love Gold Cup.
World Cup.
We're Team Jamaica. We need to buy the kits right now. Support the
No, I
women's
was-
team.
Literally,
Or the
last night I
men's
was looking
team.
at it.
I mean,
Last
Brazil
night.
8th in the world, one of 3 top 10 nations to go through. So and to bow out. Sorry, not go through. Bow out
Yeah.
of the tournament. I mean, I don't know. I didn't watch any games, so I didn't watch any Brazil games personally. But from what I hear, is disappointing, especially with their top player not scoring and they're not playing too well. 4 points, and then Jamaica. It's a surprise, obviously. I mean, obvious. Maybe they can replicate the men's team here and go to the finals and actually win it instead of losing. But we'll see.
That really took a lot out of you there. That's okay.
Yeah.
Jamaica, like we were saying, is huge. There was a GoFundMe before the Cup started, just to fund their travel expenses to go over there. I don't know if you do that. So them to just be in this position is huge. I mean, everyone in Jamaica a lot of people in Jamaica have been calling for finally a more equal playing field amongst men's and women's in Jamaica, which I agree. I mean, look at them. Look what's going on right now. They're reaching heights that the Jamaica men's team haven't really reached in a while. So good for them. Proud of them. Happy for them. I do want a Jamaica jersey. They
Me
allowed
too.
0 goals, by the way. They didn't allow a super goal.
Lockdown. They're locked down.
But yeah, and they only scored 1. So as long as you get it done,
It's crazy.
as long as you get it done. But they did it, and congrats to them. Congrats to them for sure. Last 2 groups here, Group G, which arguably is the group of death here. And it didn't finish how anyone really thought it was going to finish. Sweden goes through number 1 with 3 wins. South Africa in second place, where we watched the game
My
the other night.
other
It was,
dark horse. There we go.
There you go.
Horse.
Said it right. Okay, don't gotta repeat it again. South Africa
It's
went forward in second there, off a great win over Italy. A humongous win. Italy finishing third by 1 point. Argentina, very unfortunately, finishing in dead last, with 1 point amongst in this group. Which I know that I've been seeing them. I've seen them get dogged on Twitter and whatnot, unfortunately. Yeah,
They just
but
didn't
South
have
Africa
Messi.
highlight of the group here.
Wait, you said highlight, which is the highlight of the group? What?
I said
you
South
say?
Africa. South Africa
Oh,
highlight of the
sorry.
group here.
Yeah, agreed. I mean, that was a great match against Italy. I mean, the tensions were building. You could just tell but you could feel the goal was coming though in that game.
Yeah.
Like you just had that sense. They had that sense of urgency, but also when they attacked, they were dangerous, and Italy was defending for their lives, and they had a couple close calls. Italy's keeper made a fantastic save towards the end, but unfortunately could not keep the game winner out. But that's all right because now we have a great story with South Africa. So yeah, I think they can do something. South Africa, they looked really fast. They looked really quick on the ball, and that's how their game winner happened. Was Italy slept for like 2 seconds, and then one of the South African women's players, I don't know what her name, but she blew straight past that defensive line and just decided to square
beautiful
it.
Touch. Beautiful touch.
I mean, they look good. I think they can get out of this round of 16. Hold on, who are they playing? Let me check real quick. They were playing the Netherlands. Okay, maybe not. But you know what? One can dream. All right, one can dream.
You never know. You
never know. Maybe their speed will counteract the Netherlands because they didn't look too great personally, but they still got the job done. They I don't know. I'm gonna root for South Africa. I hope they win. Underdog going through to the quarters. Personally, I hope that happens, but we'll see. Right. And then Sweden plays the United States. My place in this, my stake in it. Sweden's gonna blow past the United States. Personally, I'm gonna say. What did I say? 3-1. I think I said 3-1.
I think you said something along those lines. Yeah.
Yeah, 3-1. And then Group H though happened last night or early this morning, depending on where you're at in the world. And another upset. Germany bows out of this World Cup, and they're in second in the world rankings, and they bow out because they drew to South Korea. And Morocco sneaks by just like their men's team. I mean, it's Moroccans. these Moroccans, man, they're doing something different over there.
I kind of Germany must not love South Korea because the 2018 Men's World Cup, the 2023 Women's World Cup, just going through it, to say the least.
Just get wrecked. I mean, yeah, I don't feel bad for them because I just don't.
Right.
I have nothing against them. I just don't. For the Moroccan people, we have a center back, Naif Aguerd, who's Moroccan. Got to support the boy in his home country. And it's it's their debut in the World Cup, and they got through. I mean, that's class. Hopefully, it brings some more resources to their women's program as well. But I hope they go through. I hope, but I don't know if they will. But for the story, I hope they do.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, all right. Well, that's South Korea should have done more. Germany should have done more. Colombia, I don't know how good the women's team is, but they seem to be pretty good. They lost to France before, lost to Italy before, drew with Mexico, barely beat Nigeria, drew with Costa Rica.
They did lose to Morocco.
They did lose to Morocco. Beat South Korea, drew with China before the tournament, lose to Morocco, beat Germany. So, I don't know. Colombia, I mean, I don't know if they deserve first place, but with the performance in the World Cup, we'll say they did. 100%. Definitely leading the charge in terms of Colombian football because the men's team haven't done anything in years now. It's been years. It's really been years. They're moving forward. Probably they're going to play Jamaica in the next round. That's going to be a big game to watch. That's 1 a.m. for us on Tuesday. Honestly, I might watch that. I might. Yeah.
These times
I don't know. The day before, we might be going to the LAFC game. So who knows?
Exactly. So
who knows?
These times are killing. Maybe by the time we get home, by the time I get home, the game will be on. Maybe we'll do a live reaction in the car. Who knows?
We'll see.
These times are brutal, man. I'm not even gonna lie.
It's hard.
These times are brutal.
What? Just gotta deal with it. Every other country can have to deal with it when everything is being hosted here in the next few years. So it's our turn.
Yeah.
To say the least.
I mean, the men's game was brutal. I've never been so tired before in my life in terms of having to wake up, watch games, and then I fell asleep. Kid you not, one time we were doing a match reaction, I fell asleep right after the game, and then we were supposed to do a match reaction. I didn't show up because I just was napping. But yeah, good times though. Those were good times.
Lack of dedication.
I was so tired. I had finals that week too. It was brutal.
Don't worry about it. Well, if you got to this point, make sure to let us know in the comments what you think about the whole tournament so far, and the tournament that still has yet to be played. We greatly appreciate to hear what you want to say. Make sure to subscribe for more Women's World Cup content. We're definitely gonna have more content surrounding the knockout rounds. And I mean, that's really all we got. Really all we got.
Mhm.
Like I said, comment, leave a like if you get to this point and you liked it. Aaron, again, we appreciate your support. And
Shout out, Aaron.
shout out Aaron. If you want your own shout out, be active, engage with us. We love it. We love it. All right, we'll make sure to see you guys on the next video, and have a good rest of your day, morning, night, whatever. Peace.
Peace.